closed and reopened and closed again, and now restaurants finally are getting to bring back indoor dining.
It's been a struggle for restaurants, and tonight we're taking this rebound story and going 360. Russell Haythorne has multiple perspectives on the return of the Colorado restaurant industry.
Who's watching the baby?
They are welcoming back diners at G5 Brew Pub in Severance after a very long December.
It was terrible. December destroyed us.
Owners Jeremy and Tammy Gord
It's 2021.
ringing in the new year with new hope that their small business will survive multiple COVID shutdowns.
I understand the severity of what COVID has done globally. I don't want to go against what the government is recommending, but the government needs to understand that what they're recommending is destroying us.
We're going 360 on this latest reopening and what it all means. We'll talk with several business owners like the Gords, hear from an economist, the governor, and let's start with those who work in the restaurant industry, like bartender Greg McCauley at Gian Pietro's in Breckenridge.
It's been really great being able to get back to work. I know a lot of people in the service industry here in Colorado have been lacking in that way.
McCauley says opening up a restaurant not only gets thousands back to work, it also stimulates other spending.
Pay some bills that might have been lacking for the last 9 months.
It's great.
Tiana Wales works in short-term rentals in Breckenridge.
Having it back open is huge.
She says one of the first questions tourists ask, are the restaurants open?
For our guests who are coming up to have an experience, that's a drastic factor in that.
The governor made the call to move the state from level red, a full closure of restaurants, to level orange this week.
Some of the counties were in orange, so it's kind of like a regional call where it just doesn't make sense that very slight differences in levels and you have people traveling deliberately between counties to go to restaurants in other counties. So we try to move as we can as a region. It makes sense for cohesion to be together, or else you're just going to have more people traveling between the counties.
At level orange, restaurants can open at 25% capacity, and some counties that have applied for the state's 5-star variance program can now go to 50% capacity, like Hinsdale County near Telluride, which has the lowest 7-day incidence rate of COVID cases in the state.
You just have to take whatever we can get at this point.
Shmurny Kane, owner of Breck's Mother Loaded Tavern, is thankful Summit County qualified for the 5-star program just before Christmas.
It was a total game changer, and it happened so fast.
Now she's asking guests to limit their dining experience to just 1 hour.
People are understanding. They know what they have to do and that they're allowed an hour at that table to turn it so we can feed other people.
I never would have thought that allowing us to be at 25% capacity would be an excitement, or we'd be winning.
That's Mark Shaker, founder of Stanley Marketplace in Aurora. They reopened 2 days ago after what he calls a punch in the gut this holiday season.
We're very public health conscious, but at the same time, we have 56 small businesses in there, and they're all scrapping and clawing for survival.
He hasn't lost a single business thanks to what he calls collective and shared pain by lenders, investors, and others committed to keeping these small businesses alive.
Support your small businesses. Find a way for them to get through to their side.
He told those businesses last April it would take 18 months to fully emerge from the COVID fog. He now sees the light at the end of the tunnel.
By Labor Day 2021. That's our goal.
So how realistic is that?
I think the genie's out of the bottle.
Darren Dubersmith in MSU Denver's College of Business says new data supports keeping restaurants open for good.
If you look at the data, the spread is really not happening in these retail locations. And it's certainly not happening in the restaurants.
He says, unfortunately, small businesses had to take government missteps on the chin, which benefited chains at the expense of mom and pops.
It just seems to me that the government has really, made some pretty bad moves. We've really erred towards supporting the big businesses.
And that brings us back to G5 Brew Pub, where Jeremy Gord says this is about letting people take personal accountability for their own health.
Just because I own this place doesn't mean I should be like, hey, everybody needs to come in. No, I want it to be, you are welcome to come into my establishment if you want to take the risk.
Tammy says she sees heated patios and social distancing as permanent fixtures.
What makes people comfortable is to come in and still have their distance.
Here for the reopening of Colorado's restaurant industry, Russell Haythorne, Denver 7.